says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
Hey guys, welcome back. Well, today I got a treat for you. Yeah, you saw by the title I got myself a shaper. But before we get to the shaper, I want to kind of give you the runaround in the shop and show you a couple other things that I picked up. Let's start over here, because things in here have changed a little bit. We got a few more projects. I've got a big teardown on the South Bend Model A, and I've got table feed for the Brown and Sharpport, and of course we're going to visit the Atlas 7-inch shaper. Okay, let's start over here. Well, a good friend of mine was going through some of his tools, and he was parting with this Starrett 454 height gauge. It's a 24-incher, and I ended up with it. He was parting with a couple other things too that I'll show you, but this is going to go really nice with the surface plate. But we're going to revisit the surface plate also, because I was corresponding with Steve over at Solid Rock Machine, and he gave me a little bit different twist on how to grind this thing since it's too big for my grinder. Imagine that. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and regrind that, but I wanted to show you my height gauge here. It's really clean. I did order a new scribe for it, but it's in really nice shape. I'm really happy with it. So, I've got a shelf over here. I've got double doors now so I can bring stuff in and out of the shop. I had to bring my other toolbox over here because the shaper has taken up the spot for it. The next tool that I have that's it's new to me, it's almost brand new. It's a Mitutoyo digital solar calipers. Hold it up to the light. Whoop. So I lose my balance there. Hold it up to the light and voila. You got inches. You got millimeters. So I've been using it. I've been playing around with it for quite a while, and meaning probably about 2 weeks or a week and a half or 2 weeks maybe. Really nice. And then I've got the box for it too, but I just by chance have it out of the box right now. Mitutoyo digital indicator. It's got tenths on it. So it's a really nice piece. This really wasn't used at all. There's no sign of any use. I mean, I clamped it in a holder, and I think that's how I got that scratch on it, but that's it. I just put new batteries in it and away I went. Thanks for parting with these, Jay. I really appreciate it. So we'll turn this off and place it back here. So now let's go over and see what I'm going to accomplish on the lathe here, hopefully. Well, and now the South Bend 9. First of all, I got this motor down here. We're going to put this other motor on it. Oh, if I could get this out of the way here. There we go. I'm going to get that motor down there, and I'm going to put the motor on it. I got tired of messing with the leather belts. I really got sore. I got irritated with them. They were stretching. I'd forget to take them off, and then all I got's cracked belts. So I took the measurements, and I got myself a couple cog timing belts. You just flip them inside out. It's a Goodyear belt. It's a good quality belt. So this will go for my headstock, and this 2-inch wide one here is going to go from my new motor to my drive here, to the jack shaft. There we go. And there's been a few guys on the internet that have changed over to these, and they say they run really quiet, really smooth, so I can't really wait to get started on that there. I've been using this Prussian blue here, and I've been trying to scrape these bearings. I've got the rear one so where it looks pretty good, the lower bearing and the front, and now I'm getting ready to do the bearings for the upper, and they were pretty scarred up. I've gone over them once already. I'm getting ready to do it again, and it turned out okay. So it's going to take a few more. This stuff's non-drying, so it actually works really well. This is my first try. I've never done anything like that before. I could have got laminated bearings, but I didn't. I went the cheap route. So I've got different thicknesses of brass in here. I've got some copper, some brass shim, some steel shim. I've got a nibbler. So I think I'll be able to set the headstock pretty much. I also got this set of thrust washers. This is going to go on the rear bearing of the lathe here, because I noticed when I tightened it up so where the thrust, it felt like the thrust was out of it. I was hitting it with my infrared thermometer, and the rear bearing was running 30 degrees plus over the front one, and that's not a good thing. So if I had to loosen it up to get them to both run the same, there was too much play in it, and I'm still getting the striations in the pieces that I'm turning. So I think these are going to be a really nice upgrade. I did get another one that I was going to upgrade, and I was going to put it up here, but I don't think this is necessary, so I'm going to hold off on this. We got these cool oilers. I think I showed you these guys before. We're going to go ahead and put them on. I did throw some oil in them and make sure everything was okay and they didn't leak. So I got these. We're going to put. I've got a plastic printed. It's an okay quality. Oh, what am I trying to say? Threading dial. I know there was a big long blank spot there. It's a PLE printed, and I thought it'd be good to put on my Model A since my Model A is a threading lathe, but I do not have the hole in the rear part of my apron to put the stud to mount this on. So I'm going to have to pop the hole in the rear of the apron so I can put the stud and mount this on there so I can start threading, because I've been practicing and I'm doing nothing but messing them up. I've got new compound and cross feed nuts coming also. So they should be here either today or tomorrow. Let's go over to the Brown & Sharpe with the Bridgeport M head mounted on it, and I'll show you what we're going to do over there. Okay. Well, I think I ought to just put it all down on the floor, and I can show you exactly what I got by just laying it out on the floor. If I can hold by the camera here, we might have to hit it on. Okay. I think it'd be better to show you down here on the floor, that way I can kind of lay it out. Okay, this is the main drive for the table feed. I'm going to put the U-joint back on the end of it. We're going to use the original shaft. And I'd like to keep the flywheel for the inertia in a treadmill motor. And I've got the other half of the butterfly on the step pulley shaft. So this is going to be the new table drive for the Brown & Sharpe horizontal mill base that I have my Bridgeport mounted on. And this is going to work. I know it's going to work. I already have the control panel wired for it because I had the treadmill motor on the top when I was running the horizontal mill because I had to run the whole thing just to run the table feed. So this is definitely going to be an improvement. And let's go ahead and swing you around here because this is kind of what we all came here to see. Yep, there she is. So here she is. We'll start from the top here. Really nice shape. I picked it up about 3 days ago. And I really wasn't sure what I was getting into here, but this thing is in exceptionally good shape. Look at this. Oh, there we go. I've had a piece of aluminum on here already. It turned out pretty doggone nice, and I just threw a cutter in there. I didn't hone the cutter. I didn't really do much of anything to it. Here's the serial number down here. I don't know if you can read that or not. That's number 489. Let me see if I can get that in there. It's number 489. You can still see all the milling marks on all the machine surfaces. None of them were scraped, they were all just milled. Still got the clicker here. Nothing's broken off like they normally do when you run the table all the way out to the end. None of the covers are broken. It's got this funky old white belt on it that is kind of coming apart, so I'm going to have to put another belt on it. It's still got the original motor on it. Oh, here we go. It says it's a new departure. Why am I not getting focus there? There we go. So I'm pretty sure that's an original motor for this. It looks like the same style I've seen in the ads. I've got it really close to the wall right now, but you can see the other side's just as nice. The other cover's right here. No brakes on it. No brakes, no repairs. Nothing's wrong with it. You know, my opinion is, in all senses, this is just about a new shaper. It's so tight. Everything in such good shape. The gentleman that I purchased it from, I purchased it via Craigslist. And yes, there's still good stuff out here to find. He said that he got it from his great uncle. Now, he was getting rid of a few more metalworking machines, but if I would have stayed too long, I would have ended up bringing home too many. And my wife would have really been unhappy with me for about a week. But it might have been worth it, but I don't think so. But anyway, he got it from his great uncle, and all he did was paint it, and he said he never used it. And Ed, if you're watching, I still thank you so much for listing this on Craigslist. I never thought I would have a chance to own a little shaper, let alone one this beautiful. I mean, thanks for putting the paint on it. You really helped preserve it. I don't know what type of environment it was in, but obviously it was good, because the only thing I've cleaned off was these two surfaces on the vise here and this one piece with the 5 bolts that holds on the ram. It's the only pieces I've cleaned off. And all the machine surfaces, like I say, you can see everything. Yeah, the tooling marks on it. But let's come over here. I've already trimmed this out on the vise. I've touched off. We're going to drop down about 20 thousandths, and we're going to make a cut, and this is a Mystery Metal steel bar. Let me get you in a little bit closer here. There we go. And I'm pretty sure I got everything adjusted where I need to be. Yeah. Okay. And I've already oiled it up. She's ready to go. So we'll turn her on. And see what we can do. have it on one click, which is, I think, about 5 thousandths. Well, you know something, guys? I think Mr. Bozo's here, because I did say something about bringing it down 20 thousandths, but I guess I never did crank it down, so. No, I didn't. That's why it's not touching. So, we're gonna run the table back. Bring the shaper head back. Oh man, I don't believe I did that. So, okay. Let's see if we can touch off on it again. Oh, there we go. I'm dialed in now. Okay, let's try this one more time, guys. Yeah, that was me. Look what you're dealing with. There we go. I was actually out here playing with it for about 20 minutes today. Well, I thought I was only going to be out here for about 20 minutes, but it ended up being about an hour and a half. There's just something about watching the shapers, just really enjoyable. There we go. don't drop it, and if I don't cut myself trying to reach and stop dropping it. Let's see about this here. It's not too smooth, but because it's kind of grabbing the, find something else to wipe it off with here. So there's what it turned out like. I mean, it's not really great, kind of grainy, but I didn't do anything with the cutter. I didn't hone it. I just put the cutter in and let her rip. So that being said, when I get a good cutter in here, I can expect a whole lot better than this. But that one did just fine for aluminum, but not for steel. It's not sharp enough for steel, I guess. But so that's my new toy, machine tool, workshop tool. And well, let's get you back down here at the other end for a second. So that's kind of an update of what's going on in here, and sorry it's been so long. Sometimes life takes us down those roads again. So just be thankful for what you have, especially in this time. Be very thankful. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I have. I can come out here anytime and play with it. What the heck? I got to figure out something to make with it. I got a dividing head. Maybe I can try a couple gears. I know I can try some keyways, internal keyways. That machine shines on that from what I hear. But we'll be getting the lathe done. We'll be starting on it actually as soon as I get my compound and crossfeed nuts. Like I said. Yeah, I almost forgot. I made this little tool panel here, this little tool wall. I don't think too much of this stuff here, but I've got some of these magnetic strips they have over at Harbor. Some of the best stuff they sell. I think I'm going to put it in place of this wooden piece right here to hold all my files. This is supposed to be for the drill press on this side is for auto, and the surface grinder is supposed to be for this side here, as you can see. That's another addition. I kind of forgot to tell you guys about that one. But until next time, Glad It Runs Garage. This is Ron, and look forward to the lathe project. As soon as I get those parts in, we're going to start on it. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, here I sit a high, getting ideas. Ain't nothing but a fool to live like this. Out all night, running wild. Woman sitting home with a month-old child. Dang me, they ought to take a rope and hang me high from the highest tree. Woman, would you weep for me?